TV and just come outside. We're gonna take you on a beautiful ride. The Fling Show. The Fling Show. The Fling Show. The Fling Show. The Fling Show.
To the Fling Show. We got a show for you tonight. I'm so excited to bring on our guest tonight. So let's get to it. All right. Hemi always coming in with the groove.
To set the mood, man.
How are you, Hemi? Yeah,
good.
You're
How's it
late.
going?
Like I already mentioned that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm here. No, just pondering the weekend, and I had one of those spiritual rounds, you know, that I like to call a spiritual round when you get taught a lesson. When you come in with expectations, you know. Anyway, it just got me thinking, because lately I've been in this mode of not being hung up on the results, and really just kind of paying attention to the skills that you're working on, you know, and the mental side of the game and all that. And don't worry about bad shots, just learn from them, you know. So the mental game is what I kind of wanted to talk about. But let's get right to it. We got two really good guests, and I know they're in a hurry, so we want to get them on. And so I got lots to talk to about these,
especially the mental game. These two guys right
here,
would be great to talk about.
I got some. I made some notes, and then I found out Seth and Tanner are going to be on tonight. So I said, well, no notes. We'll just pick their brain, and we'll learn from these guys. But two of the best players in town, 2,000 rated players, and about to hit the road and go on the tour. And I know Tanner signed up, and I know Seth is going to be doing some touring as well, and then we get to find out how much. So welcome to the show, guys.
Welcome, guys. Yeah, we got 3 pros on it. Well, 4. It's the record. So congratulations. Thanks for being on, guys. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. Hey, like I said, I was thinking about the whole mental side of the game. For me, I started back in one of the earliest butt kickings I got was I drew what was the name? World champion. I can't even think of his name right now. At a tournament in at Zebo's, which was my home course, and I had shot at an 8 down in warm up through the front 9, and then I go on to play the tournament and did not cash, and the guy that eventually won it shot a 10 down, which was a course record. And so I went away from that tournament going, now, why does that happen? You know, why did I sabotage my round? Tanner, I see you as one of the guys. Seth, you're the same way. You don't seem to be perturbed by mistakes. You don't seem to get caught up in the game. You just seem to just go with the flow. And it's something that I've always enjoyed in the rounds that I've played with you. Is there a mental side of the game, or you just kind of like Forrest Gump the thing and just go out there and play? What's your strategy?
I guess it depends on the scenario, but if I have a bad hole or a bad couple holes, I usually try to go back and remember that I play for the fun of it. I love the game just like we all do. And I just try to keep that in mind. And usually if I get that mindset going, I can get back on the horse and, maybe get back to the birdie train or, quit making mistakes that I would with a mental lapse, or try not to take myself too seriously at the beginning of a round, just remember why we're here and what we really want to do, on the course, hole to hole.
Now, Tanner, with you, it's kind of odd. I've had the opportunity not only to play with you, but film you. And I've had to make the quip to most of the people now who film you. I go, do not wait to get the camera on Tanner. He is going to shoot the moment it is his turn. So when he's talking about that mental side, it kind of begged the question to me. It's like, well, when do you prepare mentally for your shots? Because you are what I would consider one of the quickest players I've ever seen. And it's like you've already got your disc in your hand, you're at it, and you're there. So how do you prepare for it mentally?
For me, as soon as I putt out on the last hole, I'm already thinking about the next hole, the wind, what's happening, what disc I'm going to throw. So that way, when I get on the tee pad, I don't have to sit there and think, because the more you think, the more can go wrong. If you already know what you're going to do when it's your turn, you get up there and do it, less chance for errors. At least that's what I believe.
Now, are you doing that hole to hole, or do you come with the plan before you get to the course based upon the wind and the weather?
Hole to hole, shot to shot.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, because like I said, I mean, like the opportunity to film you play, and we got to both see you both I got to see Seth at So as well. It's two different approaches. Seth is a little more methodical, takes his time on the box, whereas you're like rinse, wash, repeat. It just seems to be in your head, ready to go. And I know that Timmy sometimes has this process where you can see him thinking about it, especially through a putt or time. So that mental edge is something that it seems that both y'all possess very well, because it doesn't seem to stress you out when you're on the course.
Yeah, I believe we're both pretty good mental players. We just do it in different ways. His approach is a little different than mine, but they both seem to work. Mm-hmm. And when I get on the box, you'll rarely see me with two discs in my hand. There's usually just one. So that way, because I already know what I'm going to do.
That's hilarious, because I know those guys, the two disc guys, they come up there on the box and they're already indecisive. And I've been there. I've done the same thing. You pull out two discs, and I respect that in your game, Tanner. Earlier I was talking about your putt, and you just have the most fluid putt, and it's really inspiring, as well as your forehand. And those are things that when I get to play rounds with you, I take that with me. When I'm out on the practice course, I kind of channel my inner Tanner for my forehand and my putt too, because you're such a relaxed putter. What's your practice putting routine, Tanner?
If I'm going to be honest with you, I rarely practice putting. I probably should practice more. I could be a little bit better putter, but I just haven't got out there and putted. Because I don't have a lot of putters. Maybe if I had a big giant stack of putters, I would go practice. But every once in a while, I like to grab 3 or 4 and go out there and putt. And I feel like you need a good combination of I don't know how to say it, quick motion. You know what I mean? Your muscle memory's got to get. So you just fire them in there real fast, and then do some tournament putts maybe after. If I ever do practice putting, that would be how I would do it.
Yeah. For me, the problem is, you said the word. I was thinking about this on the way over here. I have a tournament putt, and then I have a practice putt. And I'm trying to get rid of that tournament putt and just do the practice putt, or vice versa. Just do one of those, And but it always seems to be that like you said, the quick release. You know, when you take that disc and it just comes out of your hand quick, that's when you seem to get in the zone more, as opposed to trying to guide the thing.
Hey, Seth, I want to follow up a little bit about what him and I were talking about earlier this week. And one thing I noticed about January coming and popping up on us so soon is the release of all these tournaments that have come out, right? So I know that you can only pay attention to how many tournaments come out so quickly. How do you go about setting your schedule up early in the year? Because I know for a fact, we were like, okay, December's coming. We're going to kind of slow it down. Winter's coming, not the favorite time to play. It's going to be cold. But man, with the weather being beautiful and all these tournaments released, I mean, it's just like if you don't get into these tournaments now, they're getting filled like that. So when do you start your scheduling? How far in advance are you looking? How do you work it?
Well, this year's a little different with, tour being involved and everything, because I went ahead and, I got my tour pass for all the Elite Series tournaments this year. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. But as far as, anything aside from that, like this preseason, that tournaments that are popping up now, typically I try to sign up for everything I know I want to play, regardless of if I'm going to play it or not. Because like you said, everything's filling up so fast that, I'm just trying to get my spot, because I don't want to be on the wait list. No one wants to be on the wait list. I really don't think about too much what tournaments I'm going to play, or just more like what's available and what's the most time friendly, what's travel friendly. As long as I don't have anything, binding up my schedule previously, I'm looking to play whatever. It doesn't really matter what it is.
And Tanner, you with those 18 already signed up, I saw, right? You're signed up for 18 tournaments already this year. Is that what I heard?
Sir. Yes, sir.
So how did you go about knowing that was something you were going to do this year? I know going pro was big, and congratulations on the 1,000 rated round, but you too on your scheduling, how do you go about working your schedule?
Like he said, this year it's just way different. Like tournaments are filling like crazy. Like used to, you could sign up. I was a weekend before kind of guy. I would go to the tournament I feel like I could win the most money at, and I would sign up for that one a few days before. But now, man, it's just crazy. And Lone Star Disc contacted me, and I got hooked up with the tour pass. And so me and Seth just decided, we'd already kind of been talking about going on tour, but our schedules cleared up and both of us were just available to go, and we're good friends. So we decided we're going to hit the road.
That's great.
That's awesome.
I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait to see what you guys can do.
Hopefully we'll get some road reports from y'all as you're out. We may reach out to y'all when y'all out there on the road. We'd like to see how things are going, hopefully this year with you guys for sure.
Hey, I think Meredith had a question, or somebody online.
Somebody online has a question.
Yeah, we have, well, Tanner, if you have a putting routine, please share. I think, but let me go to the more interesting question. Which one of you bombs the furthest?
Oh.
Which one of us what?
Who bombs the furthest?
Who throws the furthest backhand and forehand?
I don't know. Probably Seth. Seth can only throw 50 feet further than I can on average.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well,
yeah, I don't consider you a bomber, Tanner. I definitely think you're one of the most balanced players.
Consistent. I mean, I'm talking
consistent, but both hands, or both sides, the flick and the backhand are equal.
Well, I noticed that every time I watch him play, I very rarely will say, wow, in the sense of, wow, that was a terrible shot. Rarely.
Yeah.
Rare. And when I do, Tanner, you can see on Tanner's face, it's before it even leaves his hand. He'll let it go, and he already knows right then. I can tell by the look on your face when you've had a bad shot. It's like instantaneously.
Hey, go ahead, Meredith. Oh, okay, that was it. Is there anything like on the mental side, that you do to prepare for a tournament? Either of you guys?
Some good music before, for sure.
Yeah, hype music helps a lot.
Yeah, like
something that gets you pumped up.
Hype music in the car, and I mean, you just know before you get there how you're going to play. After you played so many rounds, you're like, okay, I'm in this mood, and this is like the good mood. It's a 1050 Tanner, and then and it's really hard. Like if you wake up and go to a tournament, and you can feel that you're not going to play good that day, and I mean, maybe it's just me, but I haven't figured out what quite can break me out of that to to get to that 10-50 mood. It just happens. It's like sometimes you get to it with only 3 holes left in the round and you wish that you could just keep playing, but you can't. So it's like, it's a hard thing to get.
So what's your walk-up song, Seth?
Well, I have not had the opportunity to have an actual walk-up song. So it has
if you had one, what would it be?
But I mean, nothing really comes to mind, instantly. But I'm sure if we had more time to think about it, I'd have something pretty good for you. But
well, before we let you go, my last question is a big part of what the Fling Show does is we're really looking to get players sponsored, get y'all's names out there, put the best players out there, and hopefully if that's something that you want to do, you get that sponsorship. Well, Tanner, you got one, and you got one from a local company here that David and I have been behind since he pressed his first disc. And first off, I want to congratulate you on that. But second off, I just kind of want to give you an opportunity to talk about your teaming up with Lone Star Disc out of here in Conroe, Texas, and Travis Dillard, and how that all came about and what you're looking forward to in the future.
One day I was just hanging out on the couch and I got a message on Facebook Messenger. It was from Travis. And I guess word had got around the street that I was looking to go on tour next year. So he wanted to pick me up and play. And we talked over some deals and made a contract, and both sides were very happy. So we went forward with it.
Mm-hmm. I think it's funny because we were playing when I showed you, I let you throw one of Travis's discs. It was the Mockingbird, and you named it that day. and we were playing that round last Friday, and you and Travis and I, and you reminded him that you're the one that named that disc, and I thought that was cool. The cacao. And so
yeah, that was before he even reached out to me. And what's crazy is for weeks he didn't even know.
It was me, you, and Freddie. And it was at Spring Valley, and you threw it, and it just like took off like it does. And you said cacao, and that was it. So now that name is printed on that disc. I think that's hilarious.
All right, Cody Kilgore asked, "What is your favorite tournament?" Each of you.
Seth, what's your favorite tournament?
Well, I'm probably about to play my favorite tournament this year, my new favorite. But I mean, as of right now, I mean, thinking back, I've played a lot of tournaments in the past 2 years and, crammed a lot in there, but probably the ones I win. So like Southern Star Duo was a really fun one, that was a good one.
Oh my goodness.
But, I mean, overall, last year I played Lone Star Classic here in Austin, and it's just it was a really well ran tournament on really challenging, professional championship level courses. And those are the kind of things I look for in tournaments, to be considered, one of my more favorites. It's just top in line.
You just said you're about to play. Are you signed up in the USDGC, or what tournament are you referring to?
Well, with USDGC, that's a qualifier. So hopefully me and Tanner can get us a good top 5 finish in one of the qualifier tournaments on the road and get our spot there. But I'm assuming, something like Idle or, maybe MVP Open, something on those East Coast wooded courses seems right up my alley on favorite courses, favorite tournaments to play. So I'm thinking I'll have a new favorite after the end this year. Mm-hmm. That's what I meant by that.
Yeah. How about you, Tanner? What's your favorite?
I would have to say Piney Woods Open.
It's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, I really love Dogwood. It's, in my opinion, the hardest course in Texas, but the most fair at the same time. I don't like random trees down the fairway after you hit the initial gap.
No, he doesn't. He does not like those.
There's a lot of that out here, right?
Yeah.
In the Houston area.
Those are the rounds I played with him on, and I realized he does not like that random tree down on the end of 17 that's right there in front of the basket after you make a gap 300 feet, and then you hit that one tree down the middle. He's not a big fan of that tree, I can tell you that right now. But I agree with you. I'm not a big fan of some of those courses as well, but it's nice that those are your favorite courses. I thought, Tanner, you were going to say the McKinney match play. I thought you were going to say that was your favorite there, but you didn't win that one. So hopefully this year you'll get a reprieve in it because to be honest with you, now that we have you both on there, just so you know, Tanner, you've already been entered. So Seth, we're looking to get you in to it as well this year because we got something special coming up. So we can't wait to have it. David's got something in his brain. So
That's right.
it's matriculating in there right now.
We're looking to get 16 players sponsored for a $250 entry fee.
The best.
So you don't have to pay anything. And if you do get some sponsorship money, then that's just your added bonus that you can use on the road or for hotel room or whatever. But we're looking to make that happen this year, and we're looking at around May.
It's kind of flexible because we're trying to get the best players and get in between y'all's schedules. We're hoping to hold it again at So-So this year. So it's going to be that 16-man tournament. Hopefully y'all be paying for about a minimum of $4,000, and not one of you will pay a penny to get into it.
Yeah, awesome.
Sounds good. Sounds great.
So
I'm all for it.
Yeah, so spread the word because we're looking for sponsorship. We're looking for people to step up. And
LSD has already done that. Just so
we've
you
already
know.
got, Travis has already decided
Travis,
that he would be up for it, and we've had other interests in it. So we think we've got like 3 covered, but so that only leaves 13 spots left. But we think we can get it done. There's enough interest in there.
But the point is that Hemi wants to have the best of the best. So you and Seth, and we got a few people down here with Freddie and Matt Hall and AP, and there's a few of them out here also. But we're also trying to get friends with Hemis and Miles and Yeti and some other folks as well. So big old thing for y'all just to come have. But the way that we do it, and hopefully Tanner will explain it to you, every shot, every hole is filmed live on the Fling Show. And then the final round is also filmed live. And then that's also put out and edited out for everyone to see as well.
Post-production,
so it don't matter if you're on a lead card or featured card. We don't give a rat's behind about that. We want everybody to be viewed so everybody has an opportunity to be seen. Every shot, every hole, every round.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah. That sounds good. Just honored to be included or even thought about. So
yeah.
You bet.
Well, it's nice having you guys. Is there anything you'd like to leave us with before we go?
Any sponsors you want to shout out to?
Yeah, I want to say one more thing before the end of it about the mental game. For everybody listening. But
take your time.
When you're putting, like when you throw your shot and you go down there, a lot of people, like in your mind, I notice when I'm putting bad, I throw a shot and I'm like, oh man, that's kind of far away. I might miss that. But if you throw your shot and you're like, oh, I can make that. You know what I mean? Like when you after your op shot or your drive, you always need to be thinking you can make it.
Yeah.
If you ever have a doubt in your mind, you're going to get in a slump. You have to be thinking,
man,
even if you throw it 35 foot away, you got to be like, okay, I make those. I can make it. If you don't, you're going to miss it every time.
It's true. Man, that's so true. Good point.
Yep.
And, I would like to thank Travis Girouard.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, thank my sponsor, Lone Star Disc, for hooking it up.
You bet.
Yeah. Thanks, Travis.
How about you, Seth? Anybody?
Absolutely. Cycle Works down in Lake Jackson. Ben Maderi, he's taking care of me for a couple years now, and this year he stepped up in a big way, and I can't really thank him enough. But also, Omar with Par 54 Disc Golf helps me out. One Star,
Wally Hall.
Yeah, Wally Gator from Victoria, Texas. Yeah, he helps me out too. So I gotta thank those guys as well. And
right on. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. We definitely want to be able to catch up with y'all on the road sometime this year. Hopefully we'll get to do this more than once, and hopefully we'll get to see y'all in the top 5 and they spread the word around here to see how well y'all are doing. That's for sure. We'll be watching you here at the Fling Show. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah. And Seth, thanks for coming on. Tanner, thanks for agreeing to come on. It's always a pleasure hanging out with you guys and playing disc golf, and I look forward to seeing y'all out there on the course. Good luck out there.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
Peace.
Bye.
Later.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Exactly what I wanted to hear.
I'm glad he came through with that towards the end there with the advice on the mental game, because that's what I'm always, me, I'm always trying to dig that out of people because I'm trying to figure it out too,
And as many times as you ask that question, I think that almost that was 90% of the people have always said that first. You got to believe you're going to make it.
Oh man, I asked AP that a long time ago on the course one time. I said, "What's the key to good putting?" And he said, "One word: confidence.
Tank said the same thing.
Yeah.
Miles said the same thing.
And then I said, no, but, I'm talking about techniques.
He's like, no, you got to believe it.
No, he did say with the technical side of it, he said, I'm a spin putter, so I got to remember to spin it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good advice too, because it works for me, for my putt as well.
Right, but I'm just saying the majority of everyone has always said you got to believe, because if you don't believe it, it's going to be missed.
Yeah. Well, the question is, how do you believe? And because that's the one I was going to throw back at him, at Tanner, because it's easy to say have confidence. But how do you have confidence? How do you get it? Obviously you practice, but Tanner doesn't practice. So how does it work? Yeah, he shot that one down.
No.
But no, I think the reps. I think he's probably not being totally honest. He does practice. Anybody that putts as well as he does.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
But I do agree. I've had these stretches where I didn't practice all week. And then it came out like when I played Evergreen the first time and played really well that weekend, shot over 1,000 both rounds, and I just caught fire, and it was all confidence. I made a couple of early putts, and then it was just kind of off and running. I wrote down some notes, and then on the way here, it just all boiled down to one thing, because to overcome anger out on the course and negative thoughts and negative thinking and all that. I ran across this thing in a book a long time ago. I can't remember the teacher. It was a golf book, but he said the way to get out of anger is you practice the SATs. Okay, so what it is the S stands for strategy, the A stands for aim, the T stands for trust. So after you throw a shot, assess the throw. And this is during the round. And it doesn't take, it's not like sitting down and doing a whole class full of knowledge, information. You can do it quickly. Your brain works really fast. And so what you do is, say you shank it or hit a tree or something, instead of getting mad and throwing an F-bomb, you go through the SATs. You go, well, was that problem a strategy or an aim or a trust issue? And it could be a part of each. It could be a little bit of each of them. And so then what happens is during your round, it becomes a lesson in how to correct your mistakes, as opposed to going just kind of getting caught up in the anger of the situation, And so using the SATs is the way to get better at golf. It fixes your anger problems, because how many times it happened, I'm not gonna say who it was, but last week this guy, he got mad at every single shot, and he was not having a good time, not happy, not correcting anything. He never fixed one problem the whole round, and I felt bad for the guy. And at the time, I didn't really think I used to tell people about the SATs all the time when I first read it. But to be honest, I kind of forgot about it, and I found myself getting caught up in those anger management. You saw it, I got mad last Thursday, and you just get caught up in it. And really, we're human. We're going to make mistakes. We're gonna make mistakes. So the best way to go about it is to observe the mistakes and fix them.
One of my favorite things that you do is that you recognize a problem, but you just don't leave it at, hey, this is a problem. You try to find a solution to it, to give somebody help. And you kind of helped me after that round, because after that round, I'm a type of player who get affected by people who get mad. If someone else is mad, it sometimes will make me either mad also at my game, or just mad that I'm even in that situation. So I'm glad you said that, because even the SAT at that time, that part looks at me. Before I even got on the box, I should have assessed myself and said, you know what? I gotta play my game, because sometimes you get caught where you don't get to know the people that you're playing with. You're in a league, you're in something that a card's been drawn. You don't have a choice. Sometimes we have choices on these cards. So you have to be prepared for each. And I'm glad you said that, because to me it's solution oriented, and that's what we're about. We're about solutions. We bring you an issue, but we just don't want to leave it there to flounder. We would like to bring you something that's going to be tangible that you can use and take away. So I appreciate that, sir.
Well, I'll pivot off of that just by saying that, went to, oh, by the way, all the way out there at Evergreen, guess who I run into? John Montenegro. every Monday I come back and I say, well, ran into John. Okay, well, today I decided to go out to Bear Branch and throw a quick round, which is really hard to do these days. There's a lot of people playing. And I was finishing up, and I got to 18. I kind of skipped around. I get to 18, and there's John at the basket, and I waved at him. I was like, I'm not stalking you. I'm just playing disc golf. And so I saw John. But the thing that I was going to talk about was, and I sent you a note about it, so many people playing right now. And newbies, complete newbies, have no idea that you're waiting on them. And they've got kids, which I'm great. I love them having kids and taking their kids out. And I got to say, this couple, these two ladies and their daughters, were so good with these kids. They would throw it like 10 feet, and they would go, oh, that's good. And they were encouraging, but they were just totally unaware. And so I just kind of like jumped in there, and I go, hey, you mind if I play through? And then I kind of educated them a little bit. Some people play faster. You might want to let these guys play through as well, because and they had no idea. They had never, like, I was raised on a golf course. I know if somebody's playing fast, go ahead, go for it. But they didn't know that. So the solution I came up with, and I'm going to make this happen. We need cards. We need Fling Show cards that have information on how to play, etiquette, a way to get to our our Facebook page and our information for us, kind of like a business card, but more than that, it's etiquette of the game, and a little bit of information, UDisc, on how to find courses, easier courses, because they're out there, So anyway, just something
before we leave the SATs, there was one other thing that kind of got me this weekend. When you sign up for a term, a mini or something, you get there and there's everyone standing around, and you have that one guy who's just a braggart. He's just sitting there, he's just bragging and bragging. Well, at Stonebridge this weekend, this guy walked up there and he could not stop talking about how he beat you on Tuesday. And he was just like, I beat Himmy. And I was like, did I just hear that? I was like, who said that? And as I'm walking over there.
That's a really short list there.
It is a short list, but I walked over there and I said, you know what?
That's a joke.
I said, you know what, you braggart. I said, I had just given you a compliment that you hadn't said that to anybody, because I was going to wait till the show to tell everybody that Matt Lang took Himmy down on Tuesday. He shot me the best rounds ever. So I'm only kidding that he's a braggart. I had to give him help, but props to Matt. Good job. Excellent job this weekend. Yeah. But I had to tie that all together. But yeah, it was quite entertaining, because I got there and I heard him, I beat him. And I was like, whoa. But Meredith, we need to turn it over to Meredith, because obviously the show kind of
back onto this Matt round.
Okay,
that was not the round that I got mad and threw F-bombs.
Oh no,
by the way,
and I was not with a mad person either.
I was already resigned to the fact that I'm about to get beat by Matt. As soon as he made that upshot on 18 and he made that putt, I was thinking, Matt might win this one.
He won it with a good round of putting.
He had two
tree hits, but in rounds you're going to have some
good
hits
job,
in
Matt.
there. But he earned it with his putting there that day.
What was the round rated?
959.
59.
959.
Congrats, man.
Well, anyway, so let's get it back over to Meredith so she can go over what's going on with the ladies this week. Thank you so much for getting here. I know that it was traffic bound for you.
Yeah.
Hi. Okay, so I'm so excited. It's been a long time coming, and we've been working hard. Me and so many ladies here making me look good. I definitely am not doing this on my own. So this Saturday is the free clinic. It's the Empowered Throw Like a Girl clinic. I put the link to the event in the comments. So it's going to be at Wynwood Church. It's off Spring Cypress in Houston. So free. First 30 people are going to get a cool swag bag of fun stuff. If you don't have disc, it's okay. We will have disc. We all are bringing a disc, extra disc, just so that everyone that comes, it's really for ladies and girls of all ages. This is just for females. If you don't have a disc, we're going to get one in your hand. So it's going to be great, and I hope to see you. It's from 10 to 1. They actually closed down the course for us and everything. So, yeah. Again, the link is in the comments. So thank you so much.
All right. Well, I mean, we can't wait for that. The Fling Show is going to be live also, filming every putt, every shot. No, I'm kidding. But we will be there just to give updates on the event and hopefully help out Meredith at the same time, because what she's doing and what this group of ladies is doing is just incredible, and we love it, and we just want to be behind it as much as we can. And our other partners are going to be showing up as well. Chrissy's going to be there, correct?
Yeah.
So we're going to be really looking forward to her being there as well.
Cool.
So,
She's talking about Chrissy Fountain from Austin.
Austin, Texas. She's going to be on the show next week. She's going to be bringing on an interview for us, and I can't wait. She's going to be just a wonderful addition to our team in Austin, Texas, and hopefully we'll have new team members that are going to go out there and travel with these guys out there that we know. We'll get to go see what they're doing across this great country in these great tournaments, and see how kind of COVID is going to be affecting them moving forward. I'm kind of going to be interested in seeing how that goes. But before we do leave, and I know we're ready to go, what's it take to get the card? When they say I got my player's card, what does that take?
I don't know. Is it the rating? Because I noticed that.
I think you can buy one. I mean, you might have a rating cap, but you can. I mean, I'm sure it's available for purchase.
some kind. I don't know.
But then again,
you're
still
talking
have your
to.
rating gap, so I don't know if it'd be worth it if someone like me were to go buy it if I'm still waiting.
Is that how it works? You buy? I'm not sure. We should have asked them that question.
I thought you would have known, because
Timmy, they do let them in first. They did let the
That 1,000 rated guys, because they're both
the people that had the card. They
the
got
touring
in
pros.
first.
yeah.
So maybe
And
their rating.
I think it's a prerequisite that you have to have 1,000 rated.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of why he was wanting to get 1,000.
That's
Tanner
why,
was so-
yeah.
that was so
and
important.
Tanner had just gotten to that level. I think he's been over it before. I think he's just dropped back down. But I know Seth was at a 1,003, and Tanner's right at 1,000, and he had just moved up into that rating. So,
Well, that's something I will look up. I'll post on the Fling Show to
Yeah.
give you what it takes to get that tour
Hey,
card.
it's the new age. I never even knew of a card. I think it's really cool though. I think there needs to be, and there is. It's different now.
Well,
things are different.
And
than they
before we
used to
leave,
be.
we do want to shout out to Travis Diller for LSD Disc.
Yeah.
What he's done for you, what he's done for Tanner,
Yeah.
what he's done for disc golf in this area. The man has stepped up. Not only is he producing disc, but he's also putting his money behind tournaments in this area. He's partnering up with people in TDs that are very, very good, and Chris Fennell and others. And I just want to give a shout out to him. And I know Tanner's very proud of that. He's going to get his car wrapped, from what I've heard. It's going to be the whole 9 yards. I know you sat down with Tanner, and he's gone over your first 3 months this year as
Incredible.
well.
Yeah.
And I'd be remiss, because I know we talked about Gorilla, and I'd be remiss if we didn't give Travis his due as well.
Yeah, thanks. Gorilla's doing some great stuff over there. They just got the new in color stamped disc that it looks amazing. I wish I had it here. I don't have mine yet, but there's
Speaking of Gorilla, I'm sorry, I have to add something, if y'all don't mind.
Go ahead.
It is like the week for women. Lisa Ficus is going to be in town because they have the Sugarland Showdown on the 30th, is it? Right, I think. But that Friday before, they are flying her in. She's having a clinic. Actually, they're doing, I think, a little mini and a clinic. So be sure to tune into that. And that same clinic, they're going to be releasing her new disc and stamp. Nice. It is. Oh, wait. I haven't seen it. Anyways.
It's gorgeous. Yeah. Hey, they're doing some great artwork. Amazing work they're doing at Gorilla. Mm-hmm. So, thank you, Griff and Patrick. Thank
We've
you
been
so
pounding
much.
it since day one. That's what we've been doing here at the Fling Show is sponsorships. And I'm not saying that we got these people sponsored, but to me, just recognition of them getting sponsors enough, and hopefully we can get more in the future. And whatever we can do is great. And y'all are just doing great jobs out there. For everybody who's watching, thank y'all so much.
Yeah, keep it up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and thanks, Chris, for doing that little intro that we had today. It's really cool to have you guys putting all that work in. I know it took a lot of time to do that intro, and I appreciate it. I love it. I was telling my wife, it's like Chris and I back when we first started and we were banging our head on the technology and stuff. And now Chris is kind of sort of figuring it out. But I always told him, I said, the day's coming when we don't have to do that. We're gonna just be up here talking, and sure enough, it's happening. You know, it's really cool. And Matt, you know, thank you for stepping up. And
we're going to see a couple videos. That one you saw Fennel earlier. Chris Fennel did the one with the Fling Show coming together. Thank you so much. And now we're about to see Matt at the end of the show tonight. He has put together for the thing for Lucky Ace.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to seeing that as well. Just our hands are going everywhere in every kind of pot. As much as we can help out, we will. But it's been a blast.
I do have to say though, Matt, if you beat me again, you're gonna have to sit here.
We're going to be interviewing Matt if he beats me again.
He'll be here and I'll be over there.
Two-time champ. We'll have to get him a belt, a little trophy.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I think that's it for tonight, guys. And anything else this evening?
I'm sure there's something. It was a whirlwind of a show, but looking forward to hearing from Chrissy next week.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to talk to her, and that'll be before she's playing the Sugarland as well. So looking forward to that, and also the clinic.
Mm-hmm. Update: Texas States is almost full doubles. Great job on Northside Chain Gang. Like they said, everything is filling up like crazy. So right now, only thing that's open is some age-protected divisions, I believe, and I know that there's quite a few people on the wait list as well. It's going to be a great tournament. I can't wait to do it at Shawshank. I know I'm going to be out there. I know Meredith will be out there. That's the Northside Chain Gang event, and it's just wonderful the way that you guys have supported that as well. So good job, Northside.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to all those guys, and AP and Jason Maith and Meredith and Nate Clark. Great job this year.
Yeah, and Nate, thanks for working on my pool.
Yeah.
No, but we want to get AP on soon because we like to interview the president and see what the state of the union is, and really like to talk to him and see what's up, what's going on. I know he's got a lot going on.
Yes, he
hey,
does.
Nate, AP was on my list when I was talking about when I was kind of going over what I wanted to talk about on Monday and about the mental side, and I think he's one of my heroes, in the mental game, and so look forward to talking to AP. Good luck out there, AP. Look forward to some good couple of years as your presidency takes place. But anyway, that's it for me.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to go out. Hemi has got the most beautiful new ukulele, special made for a lefty. It's gorgeous. So tonight, instead of singing the song in, we're going to sing the song out. Hemi, take it away.
You want to know about the mystery of flight. You want to hear about the scene alright. Just come outside. We're gonna take you on a beautiful ride. The Fling Show.
The Fling Show.
The Fling Show.
Peace.
Peace. Play disc golf.
Play disc golf. Enjoy disc golf.
That's fine.
Hey, yesterday, shot 6 up.
Oh, did he do it again?
He got it.
Oh,
There you go. That's
shot. Thought you did it again.
Yes, you may. Keep it moving already. Take it out. Don't lick no more.
Go ahead, sir. Get off of it.
Get
Kick
on.
left.
That's
on the path. I see you doing laying up for the short ball.
Don't let him come in front of these guys. Too far.
There you go, Freddie.
Good putt. And the tappers